On Cruise Control, there's always shit going down every day, in and out in the entertainment industry. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Again, all the days of the week. It comes around. There's only one thing that keeps happening. We have to talk about every time on Cruise Control, and that is a lot of breaking news. All right, the very first thing I want to dive right into is I want to talk about SAG-AFTRA because they just passed an AI law for voiceover. So the whole thing is, again, the voiceover stuff is still being negotiated. They still haven't worked out video game stuff. They're still trying to figure out some little odds and ends about the AI since the last contract negotiation. And right now they actually signed a deal with one of the big AI companies called Replica Studios. And what they do is they take actors, they scan their voices, they do a bunch of different words, and they're able to sell those voices, those likenesses off to other video games that they can use and license, and they can use across the board for 1 million different video games. So Replica signed a deal with SAG-AFTRA being like, okay, if an actor wants to join this, they can, and they will get residuals for the different programs their voice is actually being used towards. Now, they're not telling how much the residuals will be, but their initial session fee will be the same. They do that one session, they'll get money for other projects. But the problem with that is, again, we talk about this AI stuff. They don't really say, how much you're going to get paid. They're still working out the residual base for a lot of this stuff that wasn't worked out in the contract, which is very unfortunate. So for me, it seems like there's a lot still to hash out. I'm hopeful. And Duncan Crabtree says it's going to be a great deal. I'm hopeful, but I'm not really 100% sold on it yet, and I hope it's going to be well. But we'll have to wait and see because, again, we had the strike, a lot of shit went down, and another strike might be pending too because IATSE is talking about striking this coming June because their contract is up again after 3 years. And last 3 years ago, they signed a deal at the very last minute, like the very last minute. It was about to strike midnight. The Clay had to go on strike, and they signed a deal. They smoked the cigars. It's a great deal. And the biggest thing they had was, well, the AI thing was kind of there. But also on top of that was the hours. Now, of course, if you work on any kind of set, you're working 14-hour days, a lot of times 12 to 14-hour days. A lot of times you wrap at 6 a.m. You'll be back at 6 a.m. On a Saturday and be back on set on 6 a.m. on a Monday, or even earlier sometimes for these crew, and they have no turnaround. So they fought for this turnaround. It was in the last contract, but most shows are not doing a turnaround. It's supposed to be like 55, 56 hours, and they're getting like not even like 48 hours for a turnaround. So they're complaining about this. So hopefully that is hashed out in this new contract. But also the AI thing with drivers is a big deal because well, more people talking about this tonight, but they're trying to replace drivers with AI. So, I mean, that could be a thing that could happen. It's very unfortunate, and hopefully it doesn't go down that way. But I think IATSE will strike in June. I think the writing's on the wall. We'll have to wait and see. But because of the strike, too, other things had problems, like Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore had lots of problems because everyone's like, don't go back to work without your writers. And she tried going back to work without writers. They ended up quitting. She ended up hiring new writers, but she came back, and now she's been picked up for another season, for her 5th season over at CBS Studios. It's going down. She averages about like 1.1 million views per show, which it's not horrible. It's not great. I mean, it's all right. Enough to get her renewed, apparently, because she got renewed. And somebody else that was fighting during the IATSE or the WGA strike to come back, too, was Jennifer Hudson. And she's coming back, too, again for another season. She got picked up for a 3rd season over by Fox. She's doing a lot better. She's getting like about 4.4 million views per episode, which is not too bad at all. And then she's been ranking pretty high in the Daytime Emmy Awards in 2023, which was, I think she's like number 6 or something like that. So she's doing really well, too. So I think she's doing a little bit better, but they're both coming back for another season. Wasn't voice actors one? They could put voice actors out of work. Really could. Racer X. That's the problem. It's like they're saying that's not going to, but it could really happen where voiceover artists lose jobs because of all this. And that's the thing. Like once they scan your voice, there's not a lot of. It's like the Wild West. Who knows what they're going to do with it? So they're saying this. It's going to be monumental, but we'll have to wait and see. But of course, we have these talk shows coming back. We also have Invasion coming back over at Apple TV Plus. They're coming back for another season. The 2nd season just wrapped. Just not too long ago, over in October, and now they're talking about coming back for a 3rd season. They're going to start shooting in February, and hopefully it'll be out by 2025. So if you're a fan of that, you're getting more Invasion. I love a good alien show. This is a little bit weird and a little bit out there for me, but still, if you love it, you're getting more. But something else you're getting more of, or for one last time, is The Good Doctor. But after that, The Good Doctor will be done after season 7. It's going to be going away. And, one of the stars came out, Freddie Highmore. He said, hey, playing Dr. Sean Murphy has been an immense privilege and one of my most remarkable and rewarding experiences of my life. And he said, with love from Vancouver, Tequila Stat. And so he wants some tequila. He's been very excited about this, but it debuted in 2017 on ABC, and it's going to debut the last season for The Good Doctor on February 20th. So if you're a fan of it, you're ready for your last batch of episodes, and then then it's gone. And it's gone. But it's done really well. And something else that's probably going to be gone soon. I mean, I really don't believe it's going to work out too well. Is The Exorcist, everybody, because The Exorcist Believer came out and. The director's left now. David Gordon Green, he was supposed to do multiple movies, and Universal spent $400 million on this franchise to buy him. And now, after all of this, The first one didn't do that well. I mean, it made money. It made $136.2 million. But when you buy something for $400 million, the budget was $30 million. They probably spent double that. So you'd say, $60 million for that. They made money on the movie, but overall, when you're already $400 million in the hole, I don't think the writing's gonna be too good for them. There's talks about being canceled, but I think it will move forward. They're saying they're looking for a new director. Hopefully it works out because, that's for Universal. I hope it does well for them, but it doesn't look too good. But something else that invests a lot of time in has been The Witcher over at Netflix. And of course, Henry Cavill walked away, but Laurence Fishburne is coming in to take over for one of the parts. The character of Regis. If you watched this before, Regis is a big fan character, a fan favorite character from the books and the games. And he's a worldwide barber surgeon with a mysterious past who joins in this whole journey in season 4. So it'll be a big part of it moving forward. Of course, you have Liam Hemsworth coming in, taking over for Henry Cavill. And I want to see if it's good. I'm not really sure, but I like Laurence Fishburne. He's great. And Liam Hemsworth is good, but he's not Henry Cavill for this part, I don't think. But we'll have to wait and see, honestly. It's some big casting changes for the show, so hopefully it does well. But also some big casting news is coming in for The Last of Us. And Dina has been cast. We've been playing the games for a long time. Dina has been cast. We're going to find out more about this as we get more information. They're going to start shooting in the next few months. But Isabel McCard is coming in to play this part, and she's been on a bunch of stuff. She was on Dora, Instant Family, Madame Web she's going to be in coming up. She was in Sicario, Transformers last night. I know Jordan Sell loves some of that. So she's going to play this part. And Dina is a freewheeling spirit that is devotion to Ellie, but is tested by the brutality of the world they inhabit. And apparently there's some kind of love interest that happens there too. Witcher's still on. Yes, it is, Queen. The Witcher is still on. It's amazing, isn't it? Still going. I would think it'd be canceled after Hemsworth is gone. But big casting news. If you like The Last of Us, big casting news coming up. And that's coming back. Done great. Some that didn't do as great, but probably coming back is getting Tom Cruise. As in the news every day. Edge of Tomorrow 2 is being put out there by Warner Brothers. Since they actually signed Tom Cruise just a couple days ago, they said one of their first moves they want to do as a remake, or I should say a continuation of the 2014 Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, if you will. They called it that for a little while, but it's coming back. And some of the heads, like the studio heads, Chief Michael Dukala and Pam Abney came forward, so they wanted this to happen. So hopefully it comes forward. I like the movie. I think it was great. And it didn't do that well. It grossed $370.5 million at a $175 million budget. So honestly, it could have done better. Plus marketing on top of that, again, it always adds up. And it probably pretty much broke even, but I like the movie. It did well in post, and people loved it like on DVD sales when that was actually happening. So hopefully it does well, because Paramount needs a win. Tom Cruise needs a win. That's Warner Brothers. They all need a win, but Paramount doesn't win too, because Paramount's still been up for sale, everybody. That's been happening over and over and over again. But now Skydance is apparently offering a cash deal to buy all of Paramount. Huge deal, but it's also buying the National Amusements part of it. Well, National Amusements is 80% owner of Paramount Global. They've been there. That's the biggest thing right there. So if they buy that company, they'll own the majority of Paramount, and they can take over Skydance. They've done a lot with them before too. They had Star Trek. They did Mission Impossible movies. They've worked with them on a bunch of productions. So the idea of Skydance coming in there kind of makes sense to me, and I hope that if they do, they might save Paramount. Edge of Tomorrow? No, please. Yes, yeah, Queen. A lot of people might not want it. They may not want it, but it could be fun. Tom Cruise looking for new projects. And Skydance, I hope they do buy it. We'll have to wait and see, honestly. I hope someone buys Paramount to save it and not dismantle it. Hopefully, it's been a legacy studio for a long time, so I hope it does really well in this sale. And whoever acquires it will do right by the studio. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll have to see also what happens with the Critics' Choice Award, which is going down this week, everybody. Critics' Choice Awards, the 29th annual Critics' Choice Awards is coming down Sunday, January 14th, and it's going to be at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica. It begins at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and we're going to find out on CW who wins the big awards. Of course, Barbenheimer's all up there. Barbie's nominated for like the most awards right now, but 18 awards. And then, Oppenheimer is with 13, and also Poor Things is also for 13 noms. And Harrison Ford is getting a Critics' Choice Award, Lifetime Achievement Award. So good for him too. But I hope it goes well. I mean, I don't really care about the Critics' Choice Award that much, but hope Oppenheimer will probably do really well too, just like it did during the Golden Globes. What's up, Chris Panico? They'll probably do really well. And Oppenheimer's just destroying the Golden Globes. Going to be probably great in the Oscars. But Oppenheimer also, if you haven't seen it yet, it's coming to Peacock. Everybody, you can watch it live from the Cock. Not too long, everybody. Comes out January 20th and 30th. You can see it on Peacock. And check out Oppenheimer in all its glory and see why there's so much buzz out there for it, because honestly, if you're sitting down in an AMC theater and you're enjoying this, you're probably like, it's a great experience. But at home now, you can take it in like 3 hours of it all and really enjoy it. If you're in an AMC theater, you're seeing Nicole Kidman all the time rocking that suit. But if you want to see that suit in person, you can buy that suit from the AMC ads right now. And there's a Visions of America auction going down. You can buy that gray pinstripe Michael Kors suit and take your Nicole Kidman experience from AMC home with you for only $5,000 to $10,000 right now. That's where the bidding's start at. So get ready for that. Yes, the Craig's Choice. Yeah, Craig's Choice. So if you're interested really in buying her suit, they're gonna have an open forum for this January 12th and 19th. Then the auctions actually start beginning on January 19th to the 29th. If you want to buy her suit. If you're interested in buying her suit, join our Patreon. How about that? Yeah, we can buy it and we can, give it off maybe, but don't, be careful. Be careful how you. It's really true, but be careful about how you run your finances, because don't be taking someone else's credit card and spending money and buying private jets and shit, because that's what G Herbo did. G Herbo came forward. He's on a 3-year probation now, and he's also being fined. He's forfeiting $139,968,000, and he was using false credit cards to, pay for private jets, exotic car rentals, a luxury vacation rental, and expensive designer puppies. Even he's buying puppies with your credit card. Be careful. Don't do that shit. Don't let him buy puppies with your credit card. That's all I'm saying. But he pleaded guilty, and he's going to solve. He's got to deal with the ramifications of all of his credit card fraudness, and he was also lied to the FBI about it too. So that's probably not that great. But don't do that. You buy Nicole's, suit, but just don't do credit card fraud. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news.
Yo, player, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.